It's about 18 or 19 minutes after 5. We have a roll call. We got everybody here, I believe. Nope, we don't have Bronca or Sherry.
They're both excused.
Okay, so they're both excused. We should have a quorum and all. So our next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda for Monday, December 16th. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion, and is there a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any questions, any additions, any modifications? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, next item we have is approval of the minutes from the October 10, 2019 meeting. That was in your packet. So there was some issues of whether everybody got information. Did anybody not get the packet with the minutes in it? Oh, everybody did? Okay, so we can vote on that. Any additions or corrections to those minutes? Obviously, you two
Yeah,
weren't
we weren't
here,
here.
so it's just Bill and I didn't
Looked good to
see.
me.
It looked fine, so I will make a motion to approve.
Second.
And there's a second. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Wait, excuse me. And you're good.
All right. So the next item on the agenda for regular business is a hearing on the ethics complaint against Alder Kathy LaFave, filed by Alder Andrew Nicholson under the City of Green Bay Code of Ethics for elected officials. Alder LaFave is here, but Alder Nicholson is not, I understand.
He said he would be here shortly.
Okay. So, I think you all have in your packet as well a copy of the complaint. Anybody not get a copy of the complaint? Okay. So what's your pleasure?
I think we were gonna, and we also have to find out if there was any ongoing
Yes.
litigation
We
before we can
could
proceed.
address that now, or do we want to wait till
Andy's here?
Nicholson is here?
Okay.
Good evening.
Alder Nicholson just arrived, so
Sorry I'm late.
it's all right. Next, well, we had an issue at the last meeting of whether any complaints had been filed with the district attorney's office for the open records violations. It's not uncommon for that to happen, and the concern was at the October meeting that if a complaint was filed, we would be best advised not to take any proceedings at this level until that was resolved. So, any response to that inquiry?
Sure. So I did a lot of research myself. I also reached out to the League of Wisconsin Municipalities to get them their opinion. So the open records law is generally intended to protect the public and ensure their access to information rather than to prescribe disclosure of confidential information that may be discussed in a closed session. So the disclosure of information from a closed session is not actually a violation of the open meetings law, so the district attorney wouldn't have any jurisdiction. There may be other remedies, such as a complaint filed in accordance with our ethics code and our code of conduct, but the district attorney would not have any criminal jurisdiction.
Okay, so the likelihood that anything was filed, and it's been a long time, so I think we would have heard
Right,
something by now.
and nobody reached out to the clerk for the minutes or anything like that. So.
Okay, so we'll make the assumption that nothing's been filed, and then we can proceed at this point with addressing the complaint. The parties are here. How do you wish to proceed? You ready to proceed? Okay. So, Alder Nicholson, you filed the complaint. We all have a copy of the complaint in front of us. Do you wish to address us in regard to that complaint?
Basically, it's,
Need a copy of it, just for record?
I don't have my
There's a
glasses,
card
so
on
I
the
can't
podium.
read it
Oh,
anyway.
there should be one on the podium, she just said.
Glasses. But anyway, it's pretty self-explanatory. Did everybody review the tape? Okay. Well, in my opinion, it's black and white. There's really anything for me to say. It's written down and it's on the tape. So I have nothing else to add. But thank you.
Any questions from any of the board members for Alderman Nicholson? No.
I have one question. In the section where it says nature of alleged violation, you say this is a violation of Wisconsin state statutes. Which statutes?
Can't remember.
You don't remember which statutes it is?
No.
Okay.
I'd have to review that to council.
Any further questions for Alderman Nicholson? All right. Mr. Fave, floor is yours. Anything you wish to address to the board?
Yeah. As to state statute, I was told that the state does not go into closed session in an open session. They have a caucus, which is completely different than closed and open sessions. So I don't believe there is any state statute against, this. And I apologized at that committee meeting. I mean, I didn't intend to do it. It wasn't malicious. Actually, when Alder Chris Weary, questioned me on it, did you just tell the vote? I said no, and then I realized what I did. And it was, I guess it was a very emotional time because it was my neighbors. And it was something that they were very passionate about. And all I did was review the vote that was done in closed session. I didn't reveal anything else then or since. I've never done this before, talked about anything in closed session. It was something I apologized to the whole, committee, and I apologized to Andy Nicholson before the council meeting. And at that time, he told me, you apologize, forget about it. So, I did it. I apologize. I admit I did it. But I think it was something that 3 months later, he files a complaint. He should have done it right away if it was, he felt it was so bad. But it's something that, you have to decide on it. And whatever you decide, that's what it is. I'll take my punishment. It's something I did, so I can't say I didn't. And I don't do that kind of thing, so. Is there anything you want to ask me, or?
Anybody have
I
any
have a
questions?
question. I listened to the tape, Alder. What exactly did you say to the three people? To the neighbors?
I just said the vote was 3-1.
Okay. Because I heard someone say it, I don't know, Alderman Weary maybe said it back.
He
Okay.
said right away,
But I couldn't
yeah,
exactly
he
hear what you said.
Kathy,
Okay.
did you just say the vote? And then
Okay.
I just realized, oh my Lord,
Okay.
I just did it. Yeah.
All right, anything further? Any further questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other witnesses that either side has to present? Alderman Nicholson, anything further from your side on this?
It should be in the report. 3 aldermen and Mr. Bay Beach, whatever his name is, Charles.
And
He even had a comment on the tape, if you reviewed the tape.
Alderman LaFave, any further witnesses that you have that would testify in this?
No, it's all on tape, so it's there.
All right, there being apparently no further evidence to be presented to the board, is there a motion to close the hearing?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
So motion has been made and seconded to close the hearing on the ethics complaint against Alder LaFave filed by Alder Nicholson. Any further questions, issues, or discussion? Otherwise, all in favor of closing the hearing signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll go into item number 2 under the regular business, which is deliberation and action on the complaint again, against Alder Kathy LaFave, filed by Alder Andrew Nicholson under the city's Code of Conduct for elected officials. And these, we have the option to go into closed session. Is there anyone who wishes to move this to closed session for deliberation purposes? Okay, so we have a motion, and I'll read the statute. It says the board may convene in closed session pursuant to sections 19.85 sub 1 sub A of Wisconsin statutes for purposes of deliberation or deliberating concerning a case which was the subject of any judicial or quasi-judicial trial or hearing before that governmental body. The board may thereafter reconvene in open session pursuant to section 19.85 sub 2 of the Wisconsin statutes to report the results of the closed session and consider the balance of the agenda. So that is the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Any questions? All in favor of entering into closed session? Roll call vote. So, Amanda Castle, yes?
Yes.
Galvin's, yes.
Wojcik, yes.
All right. So we are in closed session for deliberation purposes. We will let you know when we're back in open session.
Bill, do you need me at all?
No.
Have a good night, thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, sure.
Provisions of law and a recommendation. Ms. Chavez was helpful enough to have typed this up for us while we were in progress, so I will read.
Bill, can I just have you repeat the vote to go back into closed session at
Oh.
the time? We didn't have it.
Okay, so you want us to actually repeat who voted, or just to indicate that there was a vote?
To indicate that there was a vote.
Okay. There was a vote. It is now 5:58. There was a vote to return from closed session to open session that was unanimously approved, and we are now back in open session. So I will now read the findings of fact and conclusions and recommendation. This matter came before the Ethics Board on December 16, 2019. The purpose of the evidentiary hearing was to determine whether Alder Kathy LaFave violated the City of Green Bay Code of Ethics, or Code of Conduct, excuse me, for elected officials. Findings of fact. Finding number 1, the complaint was timely filed under the provisions of Section 8 of the City of Green Bay Code of Conduct. The matter was heard, item number 2, the matter was heard by the Ethics Board on December 16, 2019, after due notice. Both Alder Andrew Nicholson and Alder Kathy LaFave were present for the hearing and were provided with an opportunity to present testimony in support of their positions. Hang on while I scroll down here. Item number 4, excuse me.
Trade you.
Oh, there you go. That way I won't erase something accidentally. Item number 4, Alder Nicholson alleged that at a Parks meeting held on May 14, 2019, Alder LaFave disclosed confidential information from the closed session on that date. Alder LaFave, item number 5, Alder LaFave admitted that she disclosed the vote of the Parks Committee in open session to her neighbors who were present at the meeting. Item number 6, no other details of the closed session were disclosed by Alder LaFave. Item number 7, Alder Nicholson cited Section 1 and Section 4 of the Code of Conduct in his complaint. Item number 8, Section 1 of the Code of Conduct provides that, quote, the City of Green Bay and its elected officials share a commitment to ethical conduct and service of the City of Green Bay, end quote. Item 9, Section 1.90, Sub 5, Sub C, Sub 2 of the Code of Ethics provides that, quote, no official or employee shall, without proper legal authorization, disclose confidential information concerning the property, government, or affairs of the city, nor shall such official or employee use such information to advance the financial or other private interest of such official or employee or others. Conclusions of law. That this board has proper jurisdiction to hear this matter. Item number 2, that due notice was properly given to all parties. Item number 3, There is sufficient evidence in the record to find a violation of Section 1 of the Code of Conduct by Alder LaFave for disclosing confidential information. Item number 4, Section 1 of the Code of Conduct adequately references the Code of Ethics to find a violation of that ordinance. Item number 5, there is sufficient evidence in the record to find a violation of Section 1.90, Sub 5, Sub 2, Sub C of the Code of Ethics by Alder LaFave for disclosing confidential information. Item number 6, based on these findings and conclusions and the limited nature of the disclosure, the Ethics Board recommends to the council an informal censure be issued under the provisions of Section 8, Sub 7, Sub A of the Code of Conduct. That are the findings of fact and conclusions of law. Any additions or corrections to what I read? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I will second that motion. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. And I will sign this on behalf of the board. And again, that was our recommendation to the council. As we discussed before, it is up to the council to make a determination as to how it wishes to proceed. Anything further? Nothing further on this? I believe, anything further from council?
No, sir.
All right, we are ready for adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all very much.